Okay. The charge is lying to Congress. A lot of the statute of limitations on other issues have expired, not this. What I read today and in your report is as damning to me as anything I'd ever read.
It is. Yeah. Listen, there are 5 bombshells in this. First, the reason we have this is that James Comey decided to play the victim card. Say, I'm a victim of vindictive prosecution. That opened up the door for Lindsay Halligan and Pam Bondi and Kash Patel to unleash some of the evidence. And what does James Comey get confronted with? His own personal emails and handwritten notes. And I emphasize personal because the first big revelation here is while directing a campaign to sort of massage the media or spin the media on how the way he handled Hillary Clinton's personal email case, he used personal email himself to do government business. You can't lose the irony of that. Secondly, it is very clear that he expected Hillary Clinton to win and that she would one day be, quote unquote, grateful about the way he handled her email case. So he has a political motive that we never saw in writing before. That's really significant. Third, it is clear, despite his testimony to the contrary, he directed Daniel Richman and approved his working anonymously with news media, even though he testified to the contrary, specifically with phrases like, good job, my friend, when Daniel Richman would report to him what he spun the New York Times on, or I hope you make them smarter, clearly advocating that he would talk to the New York Times and change their reporting on the story. 4, we now know that some of these documents that they found were found in the burn bags and in that secret room that Kash Patel talked about a couple of months ago. And 5, and perhaps most consequentially, there are indications in these filings, Sean, that there are other contradictions in James Comey's testimony, including when he said he couldn't recall, didn't remember, didn't think it was possible. He knew the U.S. had intercepted a Hillary Clinton plan to hang a Russian chinkle on Donald Trump. His own notes showed he knew about it. So you have some other contradictions that prosecutors could come back with in a superseding indictment or some other action. So a bad day for James Comey. He was hit by a boomerang today.
I'm a soldier. I fought and died for you. Gave up my life to give you the right to live the way you choose. I'm a farmer out here dying on the vine, trying to feed your family and barely feeding mine. I swear to God, sometimes I wish I had a voice, 'cause I would raise it now for all the silent ones that no one seems to care about. I'd speak for all of us and crank the volume up and let the simple truth cut through the noise. I wish I had a voice. I'm the hero frontline nurse. I give it all I got. They praised me till the day I spoke my mind and lost my job. Third generation cop, proud to wear this badge, but it's hard to put bad guys away with my hands behind my back. I wonder what my dad would think of that. Yeah, I wish I had a voice, 'cause I would raise it now for all the silent ones that no one seems to care about. I'd speak for all of us and crank the volume up and let the simple truth cut through the noise. I wish I had a voice. Hey, I'm a farmer. They're phasing out, she's a woman, but you can't say that now. I'm a laid-off factory worker whose factory's China bound. We're the coal miners, the firefighters, the Charlie Kirk choir, all lighting our lighters, finally waking up. Yeah, we've had enough of the liars, setting the world on fire. We're the children crying out for help, a million miles away from home, who can't speak for ourselves. Will you be our voice? Will you raise it now for all the silent ones that no one seems to care about, and speak for all of us, and crank the volume up and let the simple truth cut through the noise? Will you be? Yes, I'll be. I will be your
Inez, thank you very much. We do have breaking news that we want to tell you about this morning. We just learned about this. Former Vice President Dick Cheney has died at the age of 84. He passed away from pneumonia and cardiac and vascular disease. His wife and daughters were with him when he died, according to sources. Cheney also served as White House Chief of Staff and Secretary of Defense. He, of course, served under President George W. Bush, a key architect of U.S. policy after 9/11, one of the most controversial but influential figures of modern politics. Again, Dick Cheney, the former vice president, has passed away. He was 84 years old.